What's up, everybody? This is your boy Backpack Mo. I am back home from Brazil. Brazil, I love you so much, so much. I miss you. I will be back. I will see you soon. My favorite country in the world, for those of you who didn't know. So now that I'm back home from Brazil, I wanted to take a little bit of Brazil back home with me so I could still have that feeling of it. So what I did was decided to bring back a bottle of cachaça. So, and I'll go in the video and later explain what cachaça is. But basically, it's used to make caipirinhas, which is the Brazilian national cocktail. I had a caipirinha from the day I got into Brazil to the very last day I was in Brazil, and then everywhere in between. I actually went for Carnival, and it was an amazing time, really great time. Met a lot of different people, and it's the biggest party in the world, and it's unlike no other. So like I said, I have the cachaça, and I got two bottles. They're both from different regions of Brazil. So the first one, this one is from Rio de Janeiro, where I was at for Carnival. All right, both by the same company. And this one is from Sao Paulo, okay? And so what I'm gonna do with these two bottles is basically pretty much recreate, or try to recreate, the caipirinhas I was drinking over there. Now, of course, I have to see my boy Justin, the mad scientist. He is actually one of the co-producers for Last Call the Show. And he's also with us in the nightcap. He's the best bartender I know out there. So I want to see, I'll basically challenge him to see what he can make, and, you know, kind of freestyle it, add his own little flavor and style to it as well. And let's see what we can make with both of these bottles right here, and see if there's really a difference. I did buy that in a little market over in Brazil, and the guy told me that the one from Rio was stronger than the one from Sao Paulo. So, but we're gonna try both of them. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna meet up with the rest of my crew. Georgie boy is gonna be there too as well, and of course Justin. And I'm gonna pop these bottles on him and see what he can do. So let's hit the road, and I'll see you guys there, and I'll be cheersing you to our caipirinha. So let's go in and just try this a little bit out, just to see kind of what it tastes. Like, yeah, I think I should just, let's, since I was in Rio, I'm gonna go ahead and pour the one that came from Rio. So see if I'll pour.
They use cane sugar to make this, right?
Yeah. So cachaça itself is made out of sugarcane. So it is a version of, I guess, rum.
Like Brazilian rum.
Brazilian rum, right? And so let's just try it out, see what it tastes like. You guys
already.
Right. You can kind of already. It has a little floral smell to it.
Smells like, even when I smell like cachaça 51, it always reminds me of like bananas or like plantains or something.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I can see that, some fruit notes to it as well. But don't get it twisted. It's a strong liquid.
I do smell the plantains, yeah.
Right.
The banana, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
What do you think?
Smells like a wine, slightly like plum wine, maybe, to me.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, me growing up in like Eastern Europe, but
Okay.
There's spice on the back.
let's see the taste.
This flavor is good though.
Now the original flavor, or if you ordered a caipirinha, the original flavor is lime. So you would have lime, sugar, and the cachaça itself.
Yeah.
So it's a fairly simple cocktail to make, but you can go in so many different ways when you're adding many different fruits.
Yeah.
You got to think Brazil has the Amazon rainforest, so you have all these fruits coming from that you may never even try.
Yeah, exactly.
There's so many versatile ways that you can kind of just.
I know you said they had what, strawberry.
Yeah, strawberry is usually one. Lime, I said, is the original one, and then passion fruit are generally the three flavors that you can find if you go to a bar or you go to any stand. And this is supposed to be like a street drink, you know what I mean? So it's a simple cocktail to make, and you should be able to get it any block that you go by. So like I said, don't overcomplicate it, make it simple, but also make the classic too as well. So we're gonna try to elevate it and see what we can do.
Do something classic. I'll go ahead and make a classic one. You know, when I was actually researching some of the stuff and on how to make a caipirinha, I realized like what I usually see out here in the U.S. is not what they do down there.
Right.
You know, I know I was picking your brain about it. You can attest to that as well, right?
So I mean, I want to to also still honor, keep some tradition, but also add some of our own last call flavor to it as well. Let's just spice it up. We're not going to do something basic. We're going to give you the basics, to teach you at home how to make it as well.
but we're gonna add our own flavor to it too, or at least I hope that you add your little.
I'm gonna for the original. I'm gonna try to stick as true as possible to it. I know there's so much more, and I know you said you can do it on the street, so you're seeing like a cut down version of it.
Right.
When I was researching, like these dudes slice all the pith off the lime, split it, cut the core out, and they really like it. This thing takes a while.
Yeah.
It takes a while to make a real Caipirinha.
Yeah, when you're ordering one of these as an individual, I mean, don't expect it just to you go up and get it, within the first 2 minutes. I mean, you're in Brazil, so everything is a little bit slower at pace. Yeah. Enjoy the beach, enjoy the sun, all that. There's a muddling process to it. I mean, if you're ordering 3 or 4 of these for your friends, it's going to take a while. So the preparation for each one, but it feels like there's love going into each individual cocktail itself. You can't make a massive amount of these or free batch of them.
You can't be the simplest cocktails are usually the best ones.
Yeah.
Like it may take a little bit longer, but something light, fresh. That's one thing I do love about the idea of a Caipirinha is just lime, sugar, a little bit of cachaça. This shit is dangerous.
It is. And imagine being down in Carnival, right? The biggest party in the world. And you're out in the city, or you're at the beach, or you're at a Blocko, you're at anywhere, and you're drinking these. And it's like, oh, let me get another one,
Yeah.
And, you're out dealing with the heat and the elements and everything like that. It's, it can be dangerous. That's
what happened to you down there, huh?
Yeah.
Run-ins.
Dangerous.
Yes, that's someone's gonna say dangerous.
Which one did you use for this one? The lower in alcohol? Wait, so there's 2. One from Sao Paulo and one from Rio.
Check the proof on that one.
So this is from Sao Paulo, which is 41.
So that's the lower proof. We use the higher proof.
Okay.
43%.
So this is the Rio de Janeiro.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you have planned for the Sao Paulo one?
Yeah, stay tuned, baby.
Okay. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Bring it on.
Cheers to that.
Yeah,
let's go.
The direction I was trying to go was to keep everything light, not to overpower anything. So what I did was I added a little bit of spiced bartlett pear and rosemary, smoked rosemary.
Let's go ahead and dive into it and just see what it tastes like.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And so the pear doesn't take any flavor away from the cachaça. You can still get the tartness from the lime, rosemary, just a slight little herbalness in it.
Really good.
So everything that's been added to it is just on the back end.
Yeah, very in the back end.
Caipirinha up front, and then on the very back, you can taste a little bit of pear, a little bit of rosemary, a little bit of that. For me, I can taste the cinnamon, the star anise. I can taste a little bit of that, the Riesling as well. It's like a second layer of sweetness, but not overbearing.
It's very holiday forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like for us, basically, who live like in the States, this is perfect for like a holiday type of thing, like a winter type of drink.
Yes.
But at the same time, you still get those beach vibes to it as well.
It's still bright, still crisp.
Yeah. Like I feel like this is more of an. I guess the best way to describe it would be like an indoor type of cocktail itself. Yeah. The first one was very outdoor beach forward too as well, and this one is kind of just like, you know what, I'm gonna have maybe 2 or 3 of these, but I'm gonna have like a meal to go along with it too as well. And the pear is a very hard fruit to work with, especially with cocktails. You know what I mean? Because pear is just so unique in its own right too.
It also gets lost a lot.
Yeah, it gets lost a lot. Right.
Using basic pear, it gets lost in what you're doing for the most part. But that's why I added all those flavors to it. And the spiced barley pear, I mean, you don't lose any pear flavor. In fact,
no.
When I tasted all those ingredients that you add to it and you cook it, it brings more of the pear out with all those nice layers underneath of all the other flavors.
All right, so this brings up a wrap to the video. We've had, you know, 2 different versions of the caipirinha itself. Justin, thank you so much, man, for making me feel like I'm back in Brazil. George, thank you so much for joining me. And thank you guys both, man. I could share a little of experience with you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you subscribe and like to the channel. Peace out.